Alright guys, stand by for just one moment while YouTube sends out notifications and I'll get rolling. Alright, so go ahead and get started here. So as you could see, I'm back at my favorite camping spot here in Liberty Hill, Texas. It's called Tejas Camp. It's super cheap and it's hardly ever anyone here. During the day and such, people will come and take walks down this trail, but yeah, I don't know how many on average, maybe 10 throughout the day. So it's not too bad at all. Very, very private, and I like it. I enjoy it. So figured I'd go live today. I was gonna do this last night. That was the plan, but speaking of it, someone's probably coming here right now. But I was gonna do this last night, but I got here a few hours late. If you didn't watch the live stream from last night, check it out. Yeah, my plane, I missed my first flight, so all my planes got shifted back like 4 hours. So, or I guess 3 hours. So I got here when it was dark. I had to put up my brand new tent in the dark. Took about a half hour versus 10 minutes, but that wasn't in too big of a rush. Didn't have anything else to do. Would have liked to have gone to Walmart, but it wasn't a necessity last night, and I was tired and wanted to relax. So got the new tent up. It hasn't rained a lot, but it has been kind of overcast, as you can see, and it's been, I guess, misting and sprinkling off and on. But hasn't been too bad. So I guess I'll just for those who didn't watch the live streams the first time, this is just kind of my own little private bench. Obviously a little camp platform. And yeah, I got my little cooler with my insulin, got some water in there, and just a little bit of food. Don't have too much cold stuff because it's too much of a pain. And I'll show you guys what we got in here. And this is what I went and got today. I went and got this this cot. See if I can get some more information on that for you. It's bought it at Walmart. It's a smart cot. It was about I'd say sorry, I gotta get my shoes back on because I can't stand up in there. Yeah, it was probably like 60 bucks. There was one for 50, but I decided since I was gonna be sleeping on this for a few months, might as well go ahead and get the better one so I don't have to replace it. And maybe it'll be looked like it was a little better quality. So I haven't had a chance to sleep on it yet. Just got it this morning, but I've laid down on it, and it's much better than sleeping on the ground, like I did last night. And as I said in the live stream, yeah, it's sleeping on the ground was it wasn't too uncomfortable, but a little more rough in it than what I'll be doing tonight. So that's kind of the new sleeping situation. Got another blanket too, just for the heck of it, in case I want it. But yeah, I've just got 2 sleeping bags and a couple blankets. It stayed pretty warm last night, so that's good. And I also forgot, I'll go ahead and plug this. If anyone wants a copy of #Agora or Ben Stone's books, Editions version Sabotage, you can definitely get a copy of that. So I've got some copies on me that I forgot about. Hey Jason, yeah, no hole in the tent. No hole in the tent. So yes, I'm definitely liking it. Even with a little bit that it rained here, I guess the past 12 or 14, I guess 14 hours or so, there would have been moisture in the tent, and it would have been uncomfortable. So yeah, I like it. It's I think it's a little smaller, but hey, oh well. I'd rather be warm and dry than have a little extra room that I probably wouldn't use much anyway. So I guess the other big thing that I didn't have last time is this little guy. Wasn't the one I was going to get. I was going to get the one that Jeremy Hangeller has, that comes with the air compressor and a 12-volt plug-in for like my laptop. But this is what they had at Walmart, and I went with it. It's pretty nifty. Haven't charged it up yet, but I did use it to charge up my vape pen. It was only at like 50% when I got it, and I think you have to charge it up completely for it to, I don't know. Anyway, it should, as long as it charges my phone and my vape pen a couple times, I'll be happy with it. Be a lot better than having to go sit in my car and charge my stuff. So the mobile power is going to be clutch. It's going to be super clutch. Be able to do longer live streams, and I don't know, just not have to worry about power so much. So that's certainly a positive. Looks like a couple of people here. Welcome. Oh shoot, hopefully that didn't close out. Nope. Okay, good. Actually clicked on notification and forgot what I was saying. But oh yeah, I guess it's just more comfortable if I want to listen to podcasts when I go to sleep. I don't have to worry about running out of power. Last night I was actually listening to it's called Pax Americana, from Operation Cyclone to Today. It's a Peace Revolution podcast with Richard Grove that he put together, and it's like 18 hours long. So I listened to another couple hours of that last night, trying to knock that out to get a better understanding of what's going on out there. But the book I was reading some today. It's I've had it for a couple of years and I just haven't finished it. Notifications, stop. It's Thaddeus Russell's A Renegade History of the United States. It's a very interesting book. Certainly an interesting book. I'd recommend it. I'm almost finished with it finally, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. Certainly enjoying it. And after I finish that one, I won't have an excuse. I'll have to get back to reading Human Action, because I started that again for the second time, and I don't know. Like you've got to be in a mood, and got to be really focused to read that book, or you end up reading the same reading the same sections like 6 times. But yeah, I guess the other thing I'll note about my improved setup is, now that I have this power thing, I've got this keyboard. It's just a USB keyboard, and this little guy is an adapter. It's actually for a phone, and I can plug that into the bottom of my phone, and then plug my keyboard into it, and then I can actually have a nice functioning keyboard if I want to do any writing or anything, which I do plan on. I do plan on, now that I'll have more time to myself. I do plan on writing more of, I guess, getting more done on my my second book, Venuan's Guide to Crypto Anarchy. So similar to Howard Zen's A People's History. I haven't read that book, so I'm not quite sure. I've heard good things about Zen's book, but haven't read it, so I can't make a comparison for you. But yeah, I guess just a little more on the setup here. This tote is just, I'll flip this back around. This tote is basically just my tote that I keep all my bedding in. But it's kind of just my nightstand right now. Nightstand, nerd. Yeah, it's just kind of the food corner. I got my canned food that I'll cook up when I want to, and then just some snacks for little blood sugars and things. Got my little camp stove there that I've had for coming up on a year now. And used it about a dozen times. Yeah, it's very efficient on butane. If you're looking for one of those, like $20 at Walmart. You can't go wrong with it. You just can't. So that's yeah, basically the setup. It's been nice so far. Definitely has been. And I guess another negative about my last tent was it was like 10 years old. In addition to the big hole, it was also just kind of dirty. I really didn't keep it clean, and I didn't really care to, because all I did was sleep in there. So yeah, this one I'm trying to make a little more of an effort. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, I'll be doing this for a few months. And if you didn't catch the live stream last night, you definitely should. But yeah, I'll be here, I guess, in Liberty Hill, driving for Postmates and looking for temporary work for, I don't know, I think I might actually stay here a little longer, like maybe a week or so, and then head to Colorado. But I'm really not in a huge rush. Not really. So I'll be doing the same work here that I'll be doing there. So I suppose, yeah, I guess I'll just have to see. I mean, I'm not really on a time schedule. I guess the life of a freelancing nomad. So we'll see. And I mean, why rush out of this? I mean, I love this place. Why would I rush out of here when I know for sure I have a nice place to camp that's private, and I'm sure I can find some places like that in Denver, but you know, it took a couple tries to find this one, and I got really lucky with this one, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not sure what to expect. I mean, there's lots of free places to camp around Denver, but just have to see. Why rush out of a good spot like this? So looks like we got a few people here. So if you're just joined, just kind of gave a little tour of my my camping situation for the next few months. Much better, much more improved, much more efficient, and I guess right now, I guess the next few days I'll have to make the cooking process more efficient, but haven't had to do any cooking yet. So yeah, not much else going on here. I'll probably head into got another free trial to a gym around here, so I could have a free week trial, so I could have a place to shower. Probably do that this afternoon. It might actually work out, and then yeah, kind of taking it easy today. I'm transitioning back to being by myself for most of the time. So yeah, I do enjoy it. So the water situation, I'm pretty sure, I haven't asked about it, but I think he said something about it a few months ago when I was here. But I'm pretty sure there's shared water spigots like every few campsites. But I haven't looked into it at all, and I probably should. It'd make washing dishes a lot easier, washing a dish a lot easier. Well, not that much easier because it's just one dish. But other than that, it's really just I bought a case of water last night, and when I need water, it's just there. That's kind of what I'm using. But I do need to look into that shared water. I think I remember him saying something about that, the camp host. So I'm not sure. And as far as water for showering, yeah, that's at Anytime Fitness in Liberty Hill or in Georgetown, whatever city it's in. I don't remember. So yeah, I plan on since I'll be here for more time, or since I'll be here longer than I was last time. I do plan on I've seen some really beautiful pictures online. This trail goes quite a ways, right down whatever river that is. I don't know my geography here in Texas yet, but I figure there might be a extended live stream of a hike coming in the next couple few days. So you can look forward to that if you want to take a look at the scenery here. It's beautiful, definitely is, and as with Vonu, I'm just trying to be left alone, and that's how it is here. So so yeah, I guess any other questions or anything of the sort for the few folks that are here. I'll pan back around here. The first car on that spot's the old Merc. But yeah, I guess the only downside about this campsite is you can't bring your car onto the grass, so you have to I'd make like 10 trips to get everything out here. Then another like 3 trips today. But I actually did get my car sorted out because it was a shit show. But I've got it ironed out. So Third Eye Vision, I'll say thanks for everything while I have the chance. I'm always super inspired when I listen to your stuff. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's awesome to hear. That's part of why I'm doing it, other than obviously finding freedom myself. But just trying to show people it's plausible, it's feasible, and Vonu is whatever lifestyle variant that takes the form of. So yeah, definitely appreciate that. So yeah, I guess for the rest of the day I'll kind of relax and maybe do a little more reading and maybe some writing if I get inspired to write some more of that book. And then yeah, I guess a couple announcements. I've got Miriam, the very talented Miriam Zachariah, working on book covers for Libertarian Attack Publications. Second round book on strategy one should be ready to go soon, and I already have the book ready to go. So once I get that cover image, then I'll get it uploaded to CreateSpace, or I guess ACX now. And is it ACX? No, I guess it's just Kindle. Whatever it is, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing. Amazon switches their shit around so much. But once I get that image uploaded, I'll order a proof copy and make sure it came out fine, and then that'll be ready to go. And then there should be a couple other ones following that. So if you want some really awesome, I guess, Vonu and Second Realm literature, you definitely check out Libertarian Attack Publications. There are a couple titles out now, #Agora, and my book, Vonu, A Strategy for Self-Liberation. So, Elio and Vonu haven't been coming up in my podcast feed, only on YouTube. Any idea what's up with that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Basically, it's a lot easier just to do live streams than to basically then to do the all the editing and then editing and then get it up on the podcast feed. It's a lot easier just to do it on YouTube for now. I've got a backlog of podcasts I need to release. I got one out, I guess a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago. But yeah, you aren't the first person to bring that up, and unfortunately for now, it's basically just live streaming platforms, because yeah, it's hard. It's hard, with live in this situation. It's hard to do podcast stuff. But I should get somebody on that. I mean, it wouldn't take long. It wouldn't take long. But that's the reason why. It's not the podcast feed. It's not iTunes or Stitcher malfunctioning. It's the fact that things just haven't been uploaded. It's just super easy. It's just much easier to do live streams. So yeah, and I don't know. The podcasts are great, but I don't know. I think the self-liberational media in the form of videos is better, in my opinion. But podcast feed, I'll get stuff uploaded there, and I'm gonna try to find a way to all of the various live streams I've done, like 20 over the past few months. Put those. Some of them are shorter, so try to put those together in some cool fashion for a podcast version. But yeah, that's to come. Right now, I'm focusing on optimizing this lifestyle and yeah, just making some money. So that's really what I'm focusing on. So that's basically it. So anything else? Any other questions for anyone who's here? And, Jason, I did see you message me. I saw a little bit of it. I know you're giving me more great tips. But yeah, didn't get to see the whole comment. So I'll check that here momentarily. So as for the noon live stream, I'm trying to test out to see whenever the most people watch and interact. So I guess this one's kind of a test. But yeah, typically I might even do one later on this evening. But we'll see. One more random question. Did I hear you mention that you interviewed the singer of All That Remains at some point? I went looking but couldn't find anything, or even remember if you did say that. I didn't, but on the network I used to be on, Freedom Phalanx Radio Network, there was, I think the show, might have been one of the hosts of The Big Plantation, possibly. I don't even know if they're still around anymore, but he actually interviewed, I know he interviewed the lead singer from Veil of Maya. I'm pretty sure he interviewed the guy from All That Remains. That would have been a while ago, though. That I might have even brought that up. But yeah, I don't even know where you can find that now. I'm not sure. I don't even know if it's Big Plantation. That's been a long time ago. But that wouldn't have been me. I do want to start interviewing. I guess the metal artists I've interviewed are smaller ones. Derek Caperton from King Conquer, guitarist of King Conquer. I interviewed him. Jordan Ibarra from Aristia. That's a really incredible progressive death metal band. Shout out to them. They actually just released their new album. It's available on iTunes and YouTube and all that good stuff. So yeah, I've interviewed and I guess Corin Bermudes, the drummer from Anchor Lines, interviewed him. I try to focus on interviewing people who talk about the message of freedom. I don't know, maybe the All That Remains guy does too, but I've never really listened to them, so I wouldn't be privy to that knowledge. So yeah, good deal you found it. Okay, good. Because yeah, I don't have all the details there. It's been a long time. So yeah, any other questions? And if not, no worries. I'll like I said, I'll probably end up doing a live stream tonight to actually prepare something. Yeah, like this, the longer form ones, the longer form live streams are basically podcasts. These are, I guess, more just self-liberational media sort of stuff. Get yourself a damn beanie. I have a stocking cap in my car, but it's not cold. It's like low 50s. It's low 50s, and half the time I take off my sweatshirt because I'm getting warm. So, and it's really not that cold at night too. I think last night it got down to the mid 40s, not low 40s like I thought. So yeah, it wasn't bad at all. But yeah, when I get to Denver, I was checking the temperatures for, I guess, the week of the 23rd. And it get down to like 18 degrees some nights. So yeah, I'll definitely get a beanie then. And I guess, Jason, I want to ask you about this because you might have a better idea. But if I were to get some, I don't know, propane powered heater and like Out of the problem is CO2 and venting. There are vents in this tent. Do you think there'd be a way to safely have like a small heater, like run it for like 2 hours before I go to sleep? Do you think there'd be a safe way to do that once I get to Denver? Curious. I'm not sure if that'd be a good idea or not. People on the forum said it wasn't a good idea, but I trust you better, Jason. Trust you a lot more than some randos on the internet. So yeah, other than that, I might consider something like that when I get to Denver. But here it's not cold. That's not chilly at all. So, let's see. Third Eye Vision, writing those to check out. Yeah, check out "Sing for Liberty" by All That Remains. Pretty decent. Cool. Yeah, I'm always down for. I don't know if they'd be considered politicore. I'm pretty sure they used to be heavier than they are now. But again, I don't listen to them. So. Yeah, I wouldn't know for sure. But yeah, love me some politicore. It's basically all I listen to. And for those that aren't metalheads, it's basically metal with discussion about politics and freedom. So it's got its own genre, politicore. It's pretty cool. So, all right, guys. Any other questions? It looks like we got about 6 more people, so I'm not gonna redo the entire stream, but definitely go back and check it out. But basically, just giving you a tour through my campsite, my new living situation for the next few months. Starting out here in Liberty Hill, Texas, and onward to Denver, Colorado. So I've also released some pretty awesome announcements to come for Libertarian Tech publications. So definitely check that out as well. So third eye, I say it'd be safe to run a Mr. Buddy if you have some airflow in there. Maybe get a battery-powered carbon monoxide detectors to set next to you. Yes, and that was one of the recommendations that I saw online. Was I wouldn't recommend it, but if you do, make sure to get one of those little detectors. But see, like this thing back here, like this is a vent to the inside. You guys can't really see that too well, but I mean that's a vent directly inside. Now I'd have to readjust my cot, move it to the other side of the tent, but that doesn't seem too unfeasible. And there's also this, but that's too small of a. That's just for an extension cord. That's not an actual vent. So there is a vent on the other side. So I'm not sure if it'd be a good idea or not. Jason, propane is dangerous, but not terrible. A couple hours to warm up, and then shut off before you go to bed would be fine. Really, what you want to do is warm up your bag before you climb in. 10-4. Yeah, and I wouldn't leave it on all night. I don't need it all night. I get really warm really easily. So yeah, just something before I go to bed. So once I fall asleep, I'll sleep through the night. So very good. Well, I appreciate the information, guys. You got any other questions or topics to chat about here today? And I'm actually gonna head into the tent, and I'll plug in my my phone. Live streaming kills the battery. Absolutely murders it. Murders it to death, as Jason Henza would say. Went from 95% to 37%. That's crazy. And also this phone's old and janky. So. But yeah, any other questions or things you guys want to discuss? 'Cause if not, I mean, we'll go ahead and wrap this stream up. But certainly down to do one later once I actually prepare something. So, oh, that's not gonna stay in there. Cool. Cool, and 6 viewers at noon. That's great to see. See, I figured like maybe this would be on some people's lunch breaks, but then again, I've done these before and no one showed up. So I don't think there's a real way to gauge it. Cool, and we're charging. Super clutch. Just, you wouldn't understand how this little $60 box, how impactful that is to this lifestyle. It's crazy. And it said on the box, I think it's bullshit. It said it could jumpstart like 25 cars with on one charge, and that seems ridiculous. It's like 800 amp hours, But that still seems a little excessive. 25 cars. Buy a battery-powered heated blanket too, then use a solar power to recharge the batteries. I thought about that. Henza had, when we were in Acapulco, it's the first time I saw something like that. But he basically said, or he had a little solar panel pack that would charge something like this. I think it's an Ankier, Ankier, and like he could charge his phone for like 3 or 4 days. Off one charge of this thing. So I thought about that, and I might still upgrade to that. But yeah, solar power when you're not powering an entire the electronics for a van. You can get by with minimal solar. So yes, I did think about that. Didn't think about the heated blanket, but that might be a little excessive for me. Like I said, my body runs hot. So, hey, Lemon Bear. Yeah, wait, yeah. Yeah, you're on a different time zone, though, I'm pretty sure, from one of our previous conversations. So no worries at all. You can always go back and restream it. But do I have a guitar or ukulele or something there? Or you prefer silence and the birds? Well, I'm actually a drummer. So that's the absolute worst music or worst instrument to play and be a nomad. Unless you have something cool like Irie Child had. If you haven't checked out that live stream or that video, I interviewed a van nomad from California, and he has this really awesome, I guess it's just a suitcase drum set. So he just puts it on his back and like walks out into the wilderness, and then just sets it down and just drums in the middle of nowhere. Like that's the dream right there. But no, basically just silence on the birds here. I don't mind it. I really don't mind it at all. It's relaxing. Bronson just woke up and saw you're on. Hey, yeah. Started at about noon. Decided to do a little earlier live stream. Give a little tour of the of camp and about some information on my new setup, my improved setup from last time. Excuse me, my throat's getting raw from talking. I haven't been talking that much. Darbuka or some kind of drum like this will save you, buddy. I'll think about it. The only music I've ever played musically is, this metal's gonna come up again, guys, is basically death metal and deathcore. So I don't know, like that's the metal that I enjoy, or that's the music I enjoy playing. So I don't know if like a bongo drum or something like that will be fun for me. I'm not quite sure. Only one way to find out, right? Only one way to find out. Pots and pans and bucket make a good impromptu drum set. Oh yeah, I know. That's why I used to get all the pots and pans out of the from underneath the sink in the kitchen and annoy my mom. Yeah, that was I used to be the go-to. So well, very familiar with that. But I only have well, I guess I have 2 because I've still got some of the food left and oh gosh, sorry guys. Yeah, this is the only pan I have, and I just got it today. Other than, God, sorry for the jumpiness. Other than, there's a small stainless steel pot that came with my survival food storage package. So I have that, and I also have a little more storable food too. So, yes, that'd be a very, very small and minimalist drum set. Just one pot and pan. But that's something to think about. Certainly something to think about. And after seeing Irie's, or talking to Irie about his, if there's a way to make one of those suitcase drum sets, I'm going to do it. Definitely going to do it. But I guess the unfortunate thing for me is I don't know if I've ever posted a picture of my old drum set, but I had like like 4 cymbals and 2 splash cymbals and then a China cymbal. So like, and I had a double kick drum and like 5 toms. So I had to get rid of it. It wasn't conducive to this lifestyle. It fit in my trunk, but I wouldn't be able to put anything else in there. So. And speaking of it, someone's walking by right now. But yeah, don't have much more. Any other questions or topics of discussion? I'm trying to think if there's always stuff that comes to mind, but when I forget to write it down, it never doesn't come back up for at least a while. But yeah, I'm sure there's something. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions or topics, feel free to drop them in chat, and if not, then I suppose we'll wrap this one up for now. And there's plenty of other times to do these live streams. I just got here last night, so the most crucial question of all: are you getting any fishing done? Actually, I saw two gentlemen walk down to the river with fishing poles today, and I might have to invest in a fishing pole. Might have to, and that would be some counter economic fishing, because I'm sure you're supposed to have permits and licenses and things, but I don't do that sort of thing if I can avoid it. So, no fishing yet, but that's something I literally thought of a couple hours ago. So, you're thinking right. You're thinking right. We're thinking similarly. So yeah, it's been about 30 minutes. I think I'll go. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and wrap this up for now. But mushrooms, mushroom hunting. I don't know when the ideal time would be to do that here in Texas. I know in Illinois it was like March or April, depending upon the weather, and if they're actually there. But haven't thought about that. might have to. Yeah, I might have to take a look. Actually, I don't know if you can even if you're even supposed to mushroom hunt here. I don't know. I have no clue. But yeah, there's a lot of fun things to do, and today's a little rainy, and I know with my luck, if I go out and take a hike, I'll get a decent way away from camp, and it'll start pouring. So I'm gonna wait until it clears up. It's supposed to be like 71 tomorrow, so I figure I'll get up early and do some work, and get up early and do some work, and then hike in the afternoon, and probably do a live stream for that if it all works out as intended. So plenty more of these, and I guess so yeah, make sure to subscribe on YouTube, hit that bell so you're reminded when I go live, and beyond that, I will start uploading to dlive.tv again, because it's a new platform. It's not on the Steam blockchain anymore. It's on the Lino network, which I know nothing about whatsoever, but I haven't had any issues uploading videos. I've only uploaded one, but it was a lot easier, smoother process than on DLive. So I guess it basically just moved away from the interplanetary file storage system, which has its advantages for many reasons, but uploading videos to DLive never really worked for me. So I'm trying to utilize the decentralized platforms. So there's some. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the news about Steam it, but yeah, they can ban people. So if they can ban people, the government can come in there and do some things too. So anyway, yeah, YouTube, subscribe. I definitely recommend the outlets I post to most, Fascist Book and Twatter. Pretty active on there, and also gotta get into using Minds. Got to. I'm kind of torn about that because they run on the Ethereum mainnet. That's shitcoin. So that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So, yeah, and I guess also the last thing I'll mention, if you haven't checked out darklance.net, DARKLANCE, just as it sounds, darklance.net, definitely go do it. It's a project I started with my team of developers, and the idea is a freelancing platform. Yeah, freelancing platform, a privacy-focused freelancing platform. So that's the idea. It'll be peer-to-peer. We won't ask for any money to build it, and we won't start some shitcoin or anything like that. We're just going to build it and put it out there, and basically you'll have a freelancing platform where you won't have to give up any of your personally identifiable information. So that's the idea, and also much lower fees. So go check it out, darklance.net. the website Reagan was working on. There's one other thing that we have to get done on the site, and then it'll be, I guess, the first draft will be done. And beyond that, we're going to make it look a little better. But she'll add some ways to connect with the developers. But that's basically it, and then we'll start building. Make sure to get in the Discord chat too. Which, yeah, just go to any of the social media platforms. You can find a permanent link to the Discord. Lots of if you like developer talk, you'll enjoy that. Lots of great discussion happening over there in the past few days or so. But yeah, I'll go ahead and sign off. Jason, yeah, thanks, man. I will stay safe, and hopefully I don't come across any Sam Squanches out here in the woods. I don't know. Trailer Park Boys reference for I didn't just have a seizure. Trailer Park Boys reference. Sam Squanches. So hopefully I don't come across any of them. But yeah, I'll go ahead and sign off. Thanks, guys, and yeah, we'll talk soon. Maybe even this evening. So yeah, later.